If you're posting short-form video today, ignoring on-screen captions is basically handing viewers a reason to immediately scroll past your content without ever hearing your voice. I'm Wanda, a content creator and social media marketer who genuinely loves finding practical tools that actually make the chaotic process of content creation significantly less overwhelming. If you want to explore my full content strategy or need some hands-on help developing your approach, you can find my contact information over on my website. But for now, let's jump right into the workflow. First, and most importantly, you absolutely do not need to record your video directly inside the Instagram app to take advantage of their fantastic auto caption feature. You can actually record using your dedicated camera, your phone's native video app, whatever gives you the best quality, save that clip, and then upload it to Reels afterward to still get those essential captions. This is a huge workflow unlock because it means you can shoot in the highest possible quality, use your established editing routines, and only interact with Instagram for that very final publishing step. To get started on the app, simply open Reels, tap the plus button to begin a new post, and then select that pre-recorded clip from your camera roll. After hitting next and trimming the footage down to the perfect length for your story, you need to look toward the top of the screen for that familiar smiley face icon and give it a tap. Within that menu of creative options, you will see the Captions tool, which you select to initiate the transcription process. Instagram will then take a few seconds, sometimes longer, depending on the length of your audio, so you must practice a little bit of patience while it works. Once the transcribed text finally appears on your screen, you are immediately presented with about 5 different preset styles you can choose from for the general look. Beyond the presets, you can easily jump in and change the actual color of the text and adjust the specific typography font being used. Crucially, you need to tap directly into the transcribed text itself because the auto tool frequently makes small mistakes that you must manually correct. The auto transcription can often miss specific names, tricky slang, or even common brand terminology, so always give it a thorough proofread. For instance, if it completely mishears my name or a product I mentioned, changing that right away ensures the captions perfectly match what was actually spoken aloud. Making these little text fixes in the moment really elevates the final product, making your content feel significantly more polished and accessible to everyone watching. When positioning your captions, remember that placement matters immensely. You should never obscure the areas where Instagram's native user interface elements live. This specifically means avoiding that bottom navigation bar where the like count, comment bubble, and your profile icon are permanently situated. If your text overlaps those areas or drifts outside the general safe zone, viewers might miss keywords or find the text frustratingly cut off on certain phones. Aim to position your text squarely within that central safe zone, ensuring it sits neither too low near the bottom nor too high near the top of the screen. Furthermore, try to avoid placing captions directly over important visual elements in your footage or especially over someone's face, as this becomes incredibly distracting. One neat trick, especially if you plan to add fancy animated text later, is editing the actual caption timing down to the second. Instagram lets you trim exactly when each distinct caption block appears on screen and precisely when it disappears, giving you fine-grained control over the flow. You can easily have captions only for the spoken dialogue parts and then use custom attention-grabbing text overlays for emphasis or clear calls to action elsewhere. Should you already publish a reel and realize you need to modify those captions later on, navigate to the edit video section where you will find the same caption tool. Now, this manual caption workflow is perfectly fine if you are only producing 1 or maybe 2 short videos every single week. But what happens when you are suddenly tasked with managing dozens of long-form videos? Think hour-long webinars, deep interviews, or full podcast episodes, and need a steady stream of short, captioned clips? Attempting to do all of this manual transcription, clipping, and posting for that volume is simply not scalable for any serious content strategy. This is the precise moment where a tool like Vizard truly starts to enter the picture and save you, potentially dozens of working hours every single month. Vizard is much more than just another simple clipper. It is engineered as a complete system designed specifically for turning massive long-form content into digestible, social-ready assets. You upload a full 60-minute interview, and Vizard's powerful AI instantly analyzes the content to find all of those high-engagement, viral potential moments within it. It then slices those moments into ready-to-post clips and allows you to batch export them all at once, saving immense time in the process. Instead of manually watching the entire recording, scrubbing through timelines, and guessing which 45-second segment will resonate, Vizard surfaces the absolute key highlights for you. That single feature alone is responsible for cutting my overall repurposing editing time in half, and often even more drastically than that. Once the AI has pulled the initial clips, you can easily go in to fine-tune the trims, make any necessary caption corrections, and then export them perfectly optimized for various platform aspect ratios. Export. And here is the truly game-changing part that many people initially overlook. Vizard also significantly assists with the actual distribution process itself. The integrated auto schedule feature lets you simply define a posting frequency, and the AI then cues and posts those new clips automatically based on your set cadence. You are completely freed from having to constantly babysit a separate scheduler or manually drag and drop content week after week, never worrying about missing an ideal time slot. It genuinely operates like having a highly disciplined junior content manager who flawlessly follows your posting rules and maintains impeccable consistency across all channels. Then you have the content calendar view, which is phenomenal because it ensures all your queued, edited, and ready content lives together in one unified, easy-to-navigate place. For any busy creator or small team, this level of centralization is pure gold because you never lose creative context or waste effort duplicating tasks across multiple apps. Comparing this to tools like CapCut, which is great for quick, single-clip editing, you still have to manually pick the moments, and you definitely need a separate system for scheduling. Descript's transcript editing capabilities are undeniably brilliant, but its auto-clipping feature for social virality isn't quite as finely tuned to current social trends. Plus, its cloud model scales expensively. And when we look at the professional suites like Premiere Pro or even Rush, they are often powerful overkill for simple repurposing workflows, bringing steep learning curves and zero native scheduling out of the box. The core difference is that most other tools do one job well: editing, transcription, or effects, whereas Vizard actively stitches the entire content pipeline together for you. I should be clear that Vizard is not necessarily the perfect final destination for every single creator out there. If you are focused on creating highly cinematic short films that demand complex color grading and bespoke motion design, you will certainly still want to use Premiere or Final Cut for that final creative polish. However, if you are a coach, a podcaster, a founder running regular interviews, or anyone needing that consistent flow of social clips from existing long-form material, Vizard is the exact workflow multiplier you need. Circling back to captions for a moment, Vizard also excels at letting you batch process all your transcriptions and captions before any export happens. This means you can systematically correct any mistyped names, strategically insert relevant emojis, or swap out awkward phrasing for better clarity across hundreds of clips at scale. Instead of fixing every single reel manually inside Instagram one by one, you standardize your perfect caption style once inside Vizard and apply that professional look to everything. As a small professional tip for reels specifically, always try to use very short sentence chunks, because people generally read captions much faster than they watch the corresponding video segment. Also, remember to actively test wildly different caption styles, because sometimes a bold sans serif in white with a dark shadow works best, and other times a highly popping accent color grabs attention. Vizard's approach to scheduling is inherently smarter than using native schedulers or scattered calendar apps, because it leverages platform constraints to fill the gaps efficiently. You can easily tell the system you need exactly 5 posts per week, but absolutely none on Sundays, and Vizard respects those rules while keeping your feed active. Ultimately, while captions are the mandatory gateway to engagement on silent scrolling platforms, they are only one small part of the entire complex pipeline from long-form production to short-form reach. If you are serious about repurposing your valuable content efficiently and at a scale that actually matters, you must look at a tool that automates discovery, refines the captions, and handles the final posting. That is precisely why I strongly recommend building Vizard into your core workflow, not as a fun gimmick, but as the essential connective tissue linking your long videos to consistently performing short clips. If you have any technical questions about configuring Vizard for specific content like podcasts versus interviews, or what caption style performs best for your niche, please drop them down in the comments below. I plan to answer those queries in upcoming videos and can even walk you through my exact step-by-step implementation process for absolute clarity. Until our next video, I encourage you to keep creating great material, keep rigorously testing your caption game, and please do not let repetitive manual tasks steal away your valuable creative energy. Peace out.